How do you identify yourself? Do you identify yourself as dumb or stupid or worthless or unloved or unwanted or unsuccessful or some negative thing like that? I want to talk to you about that today. I used to identify myself with a lot of negative terms. But recently, I celebrated a different kind of birthday. I have a new name. I got a new name. And through getting this new name, I got a new identity. What does that mean? I'll explain to you. I'm Danielle Burnock from Danielle Burnock, that lady, DanielleBurnock.com, that lady on the internet who loves you, wanting to connect you to the love that heals so you can love yourself from survive to thrive. And you can own the identity of worthy, loved, wanted, chosen, beloved, and other wonderful things like this. There was a time in my life because of so much trauma, I identified myself as all negative things. I identified myself as not even worthy of being alive. I felt that breathing was robbery at life. I don't know if you can relate to that at all, but it was a miserable way to live. And recently, I celebrated, a friend called it a name-iversary, but the birthday of Danielle. I was not named Danielle when I was born. My parents gave me a different name. I had much trauma that took place in my life that built lie upon lie upon lie upon lie, and one part of that lie was connected to my name. I have the story of that. It's the premiere episode on my podcast, Victorious Souls. I'll share the link with you so you can hear the story. I won't go into the story of what happened with that name that just traumatized my soul so badly and just emasculated my identity. But it was through a sequence of events, which if you listen to that, you'll hear the story, that I got a new name. I got the name Danielle. And recently I celebrated that. I just turned 35 as Danielle recently. And becoming Danielle changed my life. Naming things is how we can get a new identity. I was thinking about when I was suffering so much when my mother-in-law had Alzheimer's. I was lost in the complex emotions. I didn't know how to deal with them or what they were called or anything. And God helped me give it one name. Simplify it into one name. And by naming that one thing, I was able to reduce all that anxiety and get a sense of victory in my life. And when I got the new name of Danielle, it changed my life. It changed how I thought about myself. It changed how I identified myself. Because the name Danielle means judged. God is my judge. I used to judge myself and judge myself harshly. And I listened to other people who judged me harshly. And it was like squash the bug. It was about what it was like. And there's other places that will define Danielle as judged by God, which I came across that recently in a trip. And that sounded really negative, like he was being judgmental of me. But that's not what it means. It means that God is my judge and no one else, he told me, no one else has the right to judge me but him. I don't have the right to judge myself. You don't have the right to judge me, and I don't have the right to judge you. He's the only one that has the right to do that, and he put all his judgment on Jesus. So my name, Danielle, it sets me free from all that condemnation, from all that negativity. It took a while to internalize it. I had to hear that name over and over and over and over again because it took time. Change takes time. You know, there's people in the Bible, God changed their names too. And it changes how we see ourselves. If we identify ourselves with something negative, you don't have to go and legally change your first name. That's not what I'm saying. But if you call yourself unloved or unwanted or whatever, or some negative thing, then I challenge you to pick a new name. A new name that's beloved, wanted, I matter, whatever the term is that speaks to that negative thing, that flips it like a pancake, and speak that over yourself. Speak that over yourself. You don't have to change your name legally, but change how you Speak to yourself. What do you call yourself? Do you call yourself names? So frequently when we're lost in that negativity, we do something dumb and we start calling ourselves names. We bully ourselves. We beat ourselves up. Well, that is not productive. It doesn't change anything. All it does is make you feel bad. It doesn't change your behavior either. But if we will change how we see ourselves and believe about ourselves, behavior follows belief. And when we change what's going on inside of us, we will change what's going on around us. I want to encourage you today, if you're struggling with any kind of negative way of identifying yourself, to change the name you use for yourself, to change how you speak to yourself. Change your identity by changing the words that you apply to yourself. Because you matter, because I love you, because you're worthy of love, because God loves you. So till next time, mwah, I love you.